Hey, Mickey, this is Ed Pavelski, your IUL guy. Just real quick, I'm assuming that something came up and that you couldn't make the meeting. I'm assuming you're still serious. I mean, you gave me your name, number, email, birth date, everything. Told me your goals that you wanted to become your own bank. So I'm assuming that you're pretty serious. Anyways, I'm going to do a really quick video, just show you what you can do here. And just a couple quick things is there's a time value of money. The longer that you put money in, it compounds and starts earning money on itself. So the sooner you get started with an IUL, the better for you. And it just becomes it starts to massively grow with time. Also, the older you are, every year that you wait, every birth date that passes becomes harder to get insurance, harder to get, and more of the insurance goes towards your death benefit. And we want to create a life benefit. That's why you're doing this. So really quick, I'm just going to share my screen with you here real quick. And I don't know your budget. Let me see here. This one, right? There we go. So I don't know your budget or anything like that. I have people that are doing as little as $50 a month, all the way up to a couple thousand a month. It just depends on you and how much you want to be your own bank. The cool thing is it doesn't really matter because let's say if I got somebody that's doing 1,000 a month, if they do that, that's 12,000 a year. In 10 years, it's $120,000. They have that 120,000 sitting there that they can take out anytime. They can borrow against it, and the 120,000 still grows, even though they can take their own loan out, like using it as collateral, like it's their own. It's like a free and clear house that they've built up, or anything. It's an asset, 120 grand that they can borrow against. 120 still grows, but you can take that money out like a bank and buy a car, buy a house, start a business, whatever you want to do with the money. So it's still your money either way. So it's probably best to put as much as you can in it, but because you can access it anytime you want. But so I just put you in here really quick, put you Mickey Williams, male. I put your birth date 8/29/1997. That you gave me. So that makes you about 26. Let's change this here to death benefit. Let me just, right here, minimum death benefit, max cash value. The death benefit will go up over time because it always has to stay a little bit bigger than the cash value. So if this thing gets to be $1 million, you're gonna have $1 million in coverage also if you die, either way. So it's always gonna be bigger. The death benefit will always end up bigger than the cash value, but it's gonna grow crazy. So like I said, I don't know your budget if you're the $50 a month person or you're serious and you wanna do a couple thousand a month. I just put you in here at $500 a month. See, monthly, 500. And I'm just going to put down here and say you can, that way you can see no matter what. That just means that you just keep putting in that 500. Actually, I'm going to stop it at 30. Keep it at 34. So you can actually, if I had you here, I could show you these and you could play with the numbers. You could tell me, oh no, I want to do more than 500, or oh, I don't have 500. So I set this up here so that after 34 years, because that'll put you at 60 years old, it will start paying you a lifetime income benefit from that point on. So let's just take a quick peek here. Quick view. And I'll even play with something else here. Let's say you stop putting in at age 60, but you don't take anything out until you leave it in there for a while. Okay. You leave it in there for 5 years. Let's just look at the numbers. I'll just show you. So like here, you can see immediately. So what this is I did 500 a month guesstimate times 12. That's 6,000 a year. That's what this number is, 6,000 each year going in. And right here is immediately, if you started this tomorrow and somebody ran over you with the car the next day, your beneficiary would get that money, 530 grand. Now I'll just show you after 10 years, if you got 600 or 6,000 a month, I mean, 500 a month equals 6,000 a year. 10 years, you put in 10 times 6,000, 60 grand. And you can see you've got about 60 grand here in cash value. You can take that money out, go buy a car, and yet the 60,000 will still be in there. And we'll go up to 70 and then 80, 90, and see how it just keeps growing. Death benefit's still the same. And at 10 years, you're what? 35 years old. Another 10 years down the road, you're 20, year 20, you'll be 45. You'll have put in, let's think about it, 20 times 6,000, you have 120,000 in there. This will have grown. Your cash value will now be $186,000. So it will have gone up 50% in those 20 years. Again, all along, you have access to this money that you can borrow against whenever you want. Borrow against it. It still grows like you never borrowed against it. If you want to pay it back, great. If not, well, I'll show you that in a second. Just scroll down here. So all the way down to here's year 30, 30 times 60 or 6,000 is 180,000 you'll have put in by the time you're 55. But it will be worth 428,000, more than double your money. 180, that's 6,000 times 30 is 180,000 you'll have put in. And then this is another, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, another $24,000 you'll have put in by the time you're 59. So 24, so you'll have about 200,000 that you put in there, and it'll be worth 580. Now, you'll be 59 then. Again, you have access to all this money. This, you know, here, 50 years old, you have $285,000 that you could take out, borrow, buy your car with your own money, because it's your money that's grown. It's tax-free. You never pay taxes on this. It's like one of the only vehicles in the world that you never pay taxes on. Buy your house, buy your car, pay your house off, start a business, buy a duplex, and then let the duplex, you pay for it cash, and you don't have to pay this back. The duplex is paying you. Buy an asset, you know, that pays you, and now you're getting more money. Anyways, it's real quick. I'm going to end this. This is so you have access to this money. It keeps growing like you never took it out. And like a bank, they lend out money, but they still have their assets there. But it's you or the bank now. Instead of paying them interest, if you do pay it back, you're paying yourself back with interest. So you will have put in what I say, about $204,000. You'll have 580, and this is by the time you're 59. And then let's say you just let it sit there. It's going to continue to grow. Like I said, even if you had a loan out on it, you can see this from that year, you didn't put any money in, but it went from 580 to 619. It went up $39,000 that year without you doing anything. Next year, let's go down to year right here. Let's see. You're 63, you got 752. It's going to go up. What is that? $51,000. It's going to go up that year without you doing anything. Okay. But notice over here, the death benefit keeps going up, up, up. So even if you borrowed out this $803,000 and partied your life away, if you died the day after you pulled it out, or bought an apartment complex and left it to your kids, the day you did this, you closed the deal and then you died. Well, this 980 death benefit would pay off whatever you had taken out of here. So let's say you had 500 of that you borrowed, but it's still growing. Then this almost $1 million, 980,000, if you died, it would pay off the $500,000 loan that you had out, and it would leave 480,000 for your kids. Plus they would get whatever asset that was that you bought with that 500,000. Or it doesn't have to be your kids. It could be your poodle. I don't know. But here's another thing it'll do. Like I said, you'll have put in about 200,000 at this point. So now we set it up at, and this is, we can play with these numbers at age 65. You can see right there, age 65. You say, okay, it's time for me to retire. I'm taking an income. If you get Social Security, by then it'll probably be like $3 grand a month. So 36,000 a year. And if you go out with Social Security and you earn money, let's say you go out and earn another 20,000, they will actually tax the 20,000, and they'll tax your 36,000 that you already got from them in Social Security that year. So if your income goes up, Social Security If your other income goes up, they'll tax the new income and the Social Security. So they double dip on your taxes. But the cool thing about this is this: if you're getting 36,000 on Social Security, here's 55 grand that they're going to pay you, which is like it's about almost $5 grand a month, 4,500 a month that you'll get on top of Social Security, and it's not taxable and it's not claimed as income because it's not income. So it's your money. It's all your money. So this is, like I said, one of the vehicles that is tax-free, doesn't affect your Social Security when it gets to that point. But think about it. If you're getting 3,600 from Social Security, let's say you got a retirement somewhere and you get a couple $100,000, and then you got $4,500 a month coming in from this, or 55 grand a year. So, you know, I got 36,000 from Social Security and 55, you're now living off 90 grand a year. That's tax-free on top of whatever else you do with your life. You know, if you got that duplex paying you or a multifamily or whatever. And that, like I said, this money's still here to be your own bank. Anyways, get a hold of me ASAP. My number is 440-666. I'll give you my cell direct line, 440-666-9095. Like I said, I did this video because I assumed you're serious, and we had a meeting here. I'm assuming something came up. So time value money, the sooner you start this, like I said, the young lady that I have that's only 20, starting at 300, she's going to have like 700,000 by the time she's the same age here, and for $300 a month. Whereas here, you're going to have, you know, you'll be 62. She's going to be there at 50, 58. I think she'll have about the same amount of money. And she's only putting in 300 a month because the time value of money, it starts to multiply. So the quicker you do it, the quicker you start controlling your finances in your life. Anyways, this is Ed, 440-666-9095. Let's see, stop sharing the screen. So anyways, hope that helps you. Give me a call, 440-666-9095, or send me a text. That way we can get into real numbers. You can play with the numbers yourself. I'll tell you what, you tell me what to put in here. If 500 is legit, or if you need 1,000 a month, or $50 a monmonth, whatever. I do have people that are $50 a month too, that are young. Anyways, this is Ed, 440-666-9095. I look forward to helping you. Talk soon.